Hi guys, I just got to my hostel room, which is very tiny, but I wanted to do something a little more budget and just stay in the same spot for the week. And you know, this place had fairly good reviews and seems to have everything I need. But let me show you around. It's very tight in here. There is this like big pillar that's blocking the way. Otherwise there'd be a little more space, but it's just a really tiny room as it is. As soon as you walk in, bam, that's the bed. And that's where the pillar is. Really, it's just like, this is where I'm gonna open and store my luggage, I suppose, because this is the only real space that there is, aside from the bed. There is a little bit of storage under the bed, but I'm gonna probably keep stuff like shoes there. But you know, pretty good sized bed considering I sleep on a twin size at home. A little mirror so I can get ready in the morning, or I can get ready in the bathroom. Bathroom confused me a little. First of all, here's TV. But I got a little confused because I saw a toilet, a sink, and I didn't realize that the shower head is right there. And there's a drain in the bathroom. So I just basically wash myself in this room. And this place only cost me 300 bucks for like 5 nights. So that's a really great deal. Obviously, like no windows or anything, but I'm gonna be out exploring for most of the day. And even when I'm relaxing, I'll probably be relaxing at a cafe rather than holed up in this tiny room. So gotta get in some rest while I can. I started off my morning at the bakery cafe myeongdong, where I got a massive strawberry croissant and a black sesame latte. I spent some time here editing videos and relaxing. The sesame latte was a bit too sweet for my taste, so this breakfast was kind of a lot of sugar, but I took things slow and took bites in between editing, by no means finishing everything. Seoul has such a great cafe culture, and this was a super cute start to my trip. I've just been like editing for the past hour or so, and honestly it's like such a massive croissant, and this is pretty sweet as well. I don't think I can finish it, but I've been here long enough, so let's go walk around because I haven't properly seen the city yet. I was going to take the cable car, but then they put up a sign that says wait for 60 minutes, and the hike itself is like 60 minutes, so now I'm just walking. There were a couple of options. There was like a staircase that led straight up, but I figured why not just enjoy the walk a little. It was definitely a very warm hike, but I saw so many families enjoying their holiday weekend here. It's no surprise because look at this amazing view from the top. When I finally got there after about an hour, I was exhausted and in need of lots of water, so it was definitely time for a food break. Luckily, there are multiple restaurants inside the tower, and I opted for a soup to help me recuperate. It's funny, I could have chosen something more cooling, but something about a hot healing soup which makes you sweat seemed just perfect for me. There's a little lock bridge. What do you call these? It's not really a bridge. Railing. It's a lock cart railing. And of course that view. Heading back down. I guess it would be easier to go downhill and like walk it, but that's another hour of my life I don't want to like spend, so we're just gonna take the bus.
We wish you safe travels and a delightful time for the rest of your stay in Seoul.
I'm back and I just needed to take a shower so badly after that hike. So let me just show you what the shower shoes are that I got. Look at that, isn't that so cute? I got one pair to wear in the shower and one pair to keep dry and use as like my slippers when I want to use the toilet. Because after showering last night, I realized that the water does like just get everywhere. So if the floor is like drying while I'm trying to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, it's gonna be really unpleasant. So just might as well get shower shoes from Daiso too. So it's really not much. I just feel so smelly, so stinky. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash up and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'll walk around, look for a mall, maybe have some street food for dinner. I ended up taking a nap. Just so tired. I do want to go back out and of course like get dinner and do some strolling. I probably won't go too far, just areas within walking distance for tonight. I have all these rich plans, but I'm just so exhausted. Myeongdong has so many street vendors and even street performers in the evening. This rice cake and sausage skewer was so delicious. After eating this potato though, I couldn't stomach anything else because it was just so salty. It practically burned off my taste buds. The only thing I wanted afterward was some nice cold bingsu, and this mango flavor absolutely hit the spot. It was the most perfect thing I could have eaten in this hot weather. After finishing it, I checked out a few stores on my way back, including Olive Young and a jewelry store, but I was so easily overwhelmed by all the options here that seemed never ending, and the crowds of people that I had to come back another evening. Still so much cute stuff though. Hi, good morning. We are going to a convenience store to get some breakfast, so let's see what we can find that's different from Japan. I really wanted to try the banana milk latte I've seen people make on social media. Also, my tteokbokki exploded in the microwave, but we'll just ignore that. It was still delicious with my kimbap. Now time for the latte, 1 part milk and 1 part coffee. It was, I don't know if it was just because I used light milk, but the coffee was also super bitter. After breakfast, I walked around and headed to the deoksugung palace. Because it was a holiday weekend, I could get in for free. I didn't have to rent a hanbok or anything, but I definitely would have done that if I were with other people. I just didn't really feel like hiring a photographer, and it was really hot during this trip. I did want to give you guys a little update. I'm just not really enjoying my time here as much as I thought I would, and I think partially it's like because it's Chuseok, a lot of the malls that I wanted to visit are closed. I did take a trip over to the Latte World Mall, but then looking around I didn't feel super like I wanted to like buy a lot of stuff from there, and the entire time I think I've just been walking around. I kept going down the wrong ways and stuff, not the most used to using Naver. So I came back and I was really tired. I ended up taking a nap, but I haven't had a proper lunch. And today I'm more excited to like try other street foods as well. But yeah, first 2 days of being here, not as I expected. I didn't expect to be spending so much time by myself in my room. So if I had known that, I probably would have gotten like a nicer accommodation. But that being said, I feel like still things to look forward to. And with that said, we're gonna go and do some shopping and eating right now. One more thing I just want to add before I go. I feel like Korea is just so different from Japan, which is obvious, but the ways that it's different is almost like once you get there, you just realize how convenient a lot of things are in Japan. When you go to a subway, pretty much every subway station in Japan has has vending machines. You can charge your transportation card directly to your phone. You can refill your Suica card directly on your phone and use that as your card, whereas in Seoul here you have to get a T-money card and then use cash to refill it. I also feel a lot more anxiety here not knowing Korean for some reason, even though a lot of people speak English or Chinese. Yeah, a lot of it just might be in my head, and the fact that now that I'm traveling by myself, whereas I was with my sister and her friends in Japan, of course it was became an easy crutch for me to rely on her to translate. And of course this is my first time here. I didn't fully know what to expect and I was a little nervous about that. I was the only American on my flight from what I could tell. A lot of people do say that Seoul is not the best place to go on a solo trip because it's seen as very strange to be eating by yourself. The culture much more emphasizes being in relationships. There's some saying around how it's especially hard to be single in Seoul or something. Okay, I've been rambling for so long, but let's definitely go and get some food. First thing I ate was this egg bread, which was actually so freaking good. I don't know what's in this, but it's just so nicely sweet and chewy. I also tried this butter squid, which wasn't really my thing. I like dried squid, but this didn't have a ton of flavor to me. This tonghulu was not super good. It tasted like the fruit was cooked for some reason. Since I enjoyed the bingsu from the day before so much, I tried out this indomie flavor to cool off from the same place. Then I spent some more time shopping at this place with gorgeous press-on nails and at many of the boutiques in this area. I was drinking this drink and finishing it, and I was hearing the sound and I realized that it has one of those collectible things at the bottom. So let's open it and see what I got. Looks like it's gonna be some kind of Sanrio character. Oh, it's a little pom-pom parade! Wait, that's so cute! Oh, I guess it's a croc charm. Okay, I wasn't expecting this at all. I guess I'll keep it for whenever I finally get a pair of Crocs. At breakfast the next day, I was craving something savory, so I got a mushroom panini and a dalgona candy latte. Not to be confused with the dalgona coffee. Today we are doing a lot of walking, starting off with a morning walk through the Cheonggyecheon stream, which cuts through the city and offers a place for people to rest and walk around. This walk took me straight to the Changyeonggung Palace, where so many people were taking cute photos and exploring the palace grounds. Afterward, I walked around the area and found a cafe for a quick lemonade stop before heading over to the Bukchon Hanok villages. There's a lot to explore in the side of Seoul, but the heat really was getting to me, so I took a bus over to Ikseondong, where there's a lot of options for cafes. It was pretty hard to choose. This area really is known for a lot of trendy cafe concepts, but I did see one in particular that caught my eye called Cafe Highwaist, which had such a cutesy, homey interior. So I ordered a rose tea and this adorable bear scone, which I guess accidentally became my lunch. Honestly, nothing beats taking a shower and feeling clean after you've been sweating all day and walking around and you feel so sticky. But for this evening, I was thinking we could go and have a little picnic by the Han River. It's been on my list to go get ramen and eat it by the river, and everyone says it's like a great memory for them. This trip to the Han River ended up being my favorite thing I did in Seoul, because it's really just so gorgeous here and the ramyun is just that good. Picked up what I needed at the nearby 7-Eleven, which was really quite chaotic, but still worth it. They even have these machines that cook the ramen for you outside of the store, and then from there I carried my haul back to the riverside and relaxed as the sun set. The only thing that would have made this better is if I weren't here all by myself, but nonetheless, the atmosphere was really nice. There was also somebody playing guitar at the river, which made it super cozy to relax and eat. The next morning, I went to eat juk for breakfast, and look at this tasty bowl. It was actually quite filling and generous in portion size. As I was eating, the restaurant staff noticed I was recording and actually gave me a phone stand to borrow. I headed over to Hongdae because I had scheduled a color analysis at Kokori Color this morning. You can see my thoughts on the color analysis on my Instagram page. The outcome really quite surprised me. My analyst chose spring pale colors for me and also helped determine that dark gray was a good neutral along with white. Finally, he gave me makeup, lipstick, and jewelry suggestions, suggesting a summer palette for face makeup and some rosy shades of lipstick. For metals, he recommended me silver and rose gold. After my appointment, of course, I had to explore Hongdae and do some shopping there. I went to the Olive Young and noticed a lot of the brands sort their makeup by seasonal palettes, which was really helpful. After picking up my makeup haul, it quickly became lunchtime, and I had a place here bookmarked for raw marinated crab that I've seen pretty good praise for. The set came with panchan and soup, and I was so happy. I love raw marinated crab. I get so hungry just watching back this footage. Of course, you have to use the crab body as a bowl, and also create little wraps with the seaweed. I was so full afterward, I definitely had to walk it off, so I looked around for clothes. I was really tired, so here I am resting on a couch. Luckily, Kokori Color gave me a little reference card which I've been carrying around with me all day. The vibe around here is definitely like a college town with Hongdae University nearby. Unfortunately, it was really hard to find colors and pieces that fit right, and I didn't end up buying a ton of clothes, but it was still really nice to walk around and see what was for sale. To hydrate, I picked up a grape-aid at a stand in the area before deciding to head back and eat some leftover ramen from the previous night. If I had stomach space, I would have checked out a KBBQ restaurant for solo diners in the Hongdae area, but the crab from lunch definitely filled me up. Hi guys, it's much later, and I was originally just going to eat my leftover ramen, which I bought 2 packets yesterday when I went to the river because I wasn't sure how hungry I would be, and I ended up not eating the second packet, so I had it as leftovers today. Cooked that up, ate it, but then I was like, after eating all that salty food, I was like, I kind of want a little dessert, and you know what? Dessert cafes here open until 11, so we can go ahead and go and get our waffles. It's like 10 p.m. right now, but I'm gonna run in there, eat my waffle and ice cream and leave, and that sounds really good right about now, and I could never do that in San Francisco, so we're gonna go on. Let's do that. I'm literally wearing my pajamas right now, but I just threw this shirt over it, and now it's a fashion choice. It's a romper, a matching set, if you will. I was actually going to go to a dessert cafe, but then I like walked along the street that cafe was located on, and it was a completely dead street. Like, I even got a little nervous walking around a little. Okay, my order's ready. I was gonna get a waffle and then ice cream, and I just got like a muffin that they warmed for me. It's kind of the closest thing here, and then milk ice cream. Hopefully it doesn't give me a stomach ache. Also, this place is open until 12, so I can hang out here a little longer if I wanted to, whereas the other place was only open until 11. And it's still popping at this hour, as you can hear. You cannot find places open after 10 in San Francisco. It's so basic, but dessert makes all the difference. I don't know if I mentioned, this is our last night in Seoul. By our, I mean you and me. Because of course it's been the two of us the whole time. But I've had a fun time. I'm glad we did this. Cheers. The last morning it finally rained, which is fitting because today we are going a little farther to visit a cafe called Rain Report, which actually sprays water from the roof outside to simulate a rainstorm. They only had dessert, which I guess is what I had for breakfast. I opted for this black cheesecake and a green drink, which had a lot of refreshing herbal notes to it. It definitely took some stirring, but it was like a soda with a lot of nice, fresh, citrusy flavors. It was really nice to just take my time here and relax, have some cake, and inside of the cafe, they had this mysterious black water theme, which was really cool to take in. I made a quick stop at a store to buy snacks to take back home and share with my friends. These truffle shrimp chips are really good. And then I was on my way up a slanted conveyor belt at the airport for some reason. I ended my trip with a plate of airport pasta to use up the rest of my cash and hopped on my plane back to San Francisco. As you can see, I made it back home from the airport all in one piece. But I thought I'd come back and just wrap up this vlog. If you guys want to see more of my life and follow along with me, you can subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!